widely, pointing his finger at himself. He asked to let him join them, noting that he also wants to try. Diego was shaking in fear, asking how he could let him fight like them. The young master smiled widely, pointing his finger at the blonde. He asked what he was talking about and that he was slow-witted, adding that he was asking him to fight because he himself did not intend to swing his fists. The blonde looked at the protagonist in horror. Lloyd said that he would be in the red corner and Xavier would be in the blue. The young gentleman pointed his finger at the swordsman. Xavier closed his eyes and sighed heavily. The knight took out his weapon, saying that since it was the count's order, he could only obey, so it was time to begin. Diego asked him to stop, asking what it was, adding that he should hide his sword. The protagonist looked at the guy in bewilderment, asking why he was asking to stop, noting that he could also take the sword if he thought it would be fairer. The blonde noted that the problem was not with the sword, after which he bowed before the count, asking to let him go. Lloyd asked that, apparently, the sword master was ruining the whole picture. The count's face twisted into a mad smile. He said that then let him fight him. Xavier clicked his tongue in displeasure at the moment when Diego looked at the count in horror. The protagonist's eyes widened and he threw a furious punch at the blonde man's face. The sun was shining brightly above the place. The blonde man was lying on the ground with his teeth knocked out. The protagonist leaned over the piece of paper. He said that this document was proof of his return to school and it would be better to write down today's incident. The blonde man asked the count not to write it down. The young master looked at the boy with a furious look, asking why he was only stopping everyone, noting that he was the count's son. Peepodong flew astride Ji Goming, who was carrying the document on his chest. The young master looked up while the men lowered their heads. The injured men looked at the protagonist in surprise, who told them to relax. The protagonist turned his back, waving his hand at them. He told them to go to Frontera and find Mr. Bayern, and from now on they would work for him, so they should not slack off. The men saw the protagonist off with tears in their eyes. Rekona jumped out of bed, screaming loudly. He bared his teeth in displeasure and clenched his hands into